Hello guys, AnimeScale here, and this time we are going to be looking at the top 10 smartest shinobi in Naruto. The Naruto series has a lot of smart characters, some with very high intellects, while others can be deemed battle smart, which is being able to read a fight quickly, understanding and countering their opponent's abilities in the best way possible. So before I begin, to make this list a little less vague, I won't be including some characters such as Sasuke and Maduro from the Boruto series. And Black Zetsu, who manipulated events of the whole series, is also eliminated due to the unfair time advantage he had having lived for hundreds of years. An honorable mention to Shikadai, who just like his dad and grandpa, is incredibly smart. However, at this time, he doesn't have the feats to make it into this list, although I have no doubt in my mind that he will turn out to be a fine shinobi in the future. So now let's start with number 10. Sasuke is not the kind of shinobi that comes to mind when smartness is being discussed, so it's okay to be surprised seeing him on this list. While the Uchiha is not a beast in terms of intellect, he is an absolute battle genius, capable of reading combat moves and countering his opponent's abilities in an instant, turning the tide of battle in his favor. A look at some of those instances shows his ability to adapt and think under pressure, like in the battle against Deidara, where he was able to maneuver his way out of what was a suicide attack, and in the battle against Danzo, where he brilliantly placed a Konoha Elder under Genjutsu to destabilize his opponent. Against Maduro, he soon understood how his limbo technique worked and figured out how to counter it. And Jigen, aka Ishiki Otsutsuki, praised his intellect and perception, acknowledging him as the biggest threat for his revival. Next on the list is Sasuke's former sensei, Kakashi of the Sharingan. He graduated from the Ninja Academy at the age of 5, became a Chunin at 6, and became a Jonin just at the young age of 12. He became famous around the world for his ability to copy jutsus with higher proficiency than even natural Sharingan wielders. Kakashi is a perfect mix of brain and strength, and in his younger days, Naruto even admitted that Kakashi was smarter than Shikamaru. Kakashi has both high intellects and battle smarts, being able to train and mentor Team 7, which literally saved the world. The legendary 4th Hokage, Minotaur, was a genius by all standards. A lot has been said about his unique speed, but not much about what a master tactician and strategist Lord 4th was. He did possess brains that performed as fast as him. One point when he showed his sharpness was the battle against the Masked Man. He was able to decipher Obito's ability in their first battle, as he instantly figured out Obito needed to touch someone in order to use Kamui, and this ultimately resulted in victory for Minato. This is no small feat considering that high-level shinobis like Kakashi, Guy, and Naruto struggled against Obito's technique for several episodes. Being such a smart man, his study of the Tail Beast Ball eventually led him to invent the Rasengan. He also mastered the highly difficult Flying Raijin technique and mastered several sealing techniques. Minato's quick thinking saved Konoha from destruction at the hands of Obito and Kurama. Maduro's love for brute force still overshadowed his smartness. However, the Ghost of the Uchiha is a very clever shinobi. Maduro's smartness was shown in one too many scenes all through the series, such as when he faked his death and outwitted the legendary Hashirama, making the Senju believe he was dead while he planned his schemes in the shadows. Maduro's smartness also led him to obtain the dreaded Rinnegan Eyes, which had not been seen since the days of the Sage of the Sixth Pass. Working behind the scenes, the legendary Uchiha put his brains to good use, planning the death of Rin and manipulating Obito to do his bidding. He also possessed the knowledge to break out of the Edo Tensei, becoming the only one who knew the hand signs to undo the technique. Eventually, it turned out that Maduro was being manipulated, but this doesn't in any way take away from his brilliance as a shinobi. Kabuto Yakushi is a genius, a brilliant shinobi whose smartness played a great role in the Fourth Great Shinobi War. Kabuto reminds me of one of those students who say nothing during classes but end up topping the class at the end of the year. As a medical shinobi, he possessed a great deal of knowledge of human anatomy, and his brilliance in intel gathering as a spy places him on this list. Amongst his best feats, he was able to refine and perfect the Edo Tensei through his series of research, explorations, and experiments. Even though he built on a foundation already created by his master Hirochimaru, Kabuto's work cannot be disregarded. His knowledge of science also saw him recreate himself, infusing various abilities from other notable individuals into himself, and becoming a sage that surpasses even his master. If Kabuto's a mad scientist, then Orochimaru is madder. As a young boy, he was a prodigy whose talents caught the eyes of the third Hokage. Orochimaru's vast knowledge aided him in several ways, such as creating clones, genetic manipulation, and even increasing the powers of his subordinates by imbuing his curse mark into their bodies. Through his unethical researches, he's been able to utilize the Edo Tensei. He performed the living corpse reanimation, which lets him transfer his soul into another person's body. Hirochimaru is also the only shinobi shown to be able to undo the effects of the Death Reaper God Seal when he brought out the previous Hokages from the belly of the Death God. Hirochimaru's vast knowledge changed the shinobi world forever. If we are to analyze Itachi's life, we will run out of superlatives to describe the enigma that is Itachi. He possessed an incredibly high IQ and was also a master strategist who always thought ahead in battles. The clan killer graduated the Ninja Academy with the second highest score ever, only behind Minato, and his intellectual prowess enabled him to become an Anbu captain at the tender age of 12. Itachi's wisdom saw him manipulate Sasuke's childhood, putting the younger Uchiha on the path he wanted. He also broke Sasuke out of Orochimaru's curse seal, and his quick thinking and leadership saw him evaluate Nagato's Chibaku Tensei, coordinating Naruto and Killer Bee to destroy such a powerful technique. Itachi was also able to break out of Kabuto's control and put an end to the Edo Tensei during the Fourth Shinobi War. The second Hokage, Tobirama Senju, is a man of great intellect. Right from a young age, his father used him to spy against his elder brother Hashirama. Tobirama's legacy is one that transcends time, as he created projects such as the Leaf Police Force, Anbu Ninja Academy, and the Chunin Exam, all of which are still in existence several decades after his death. As an inventor, he was the creator of several forbidden jutsus, such as the Shadow Clone technique, Flying Raijin, and the Edo Tensei, which was used to resurrect him during the war. Shikaku's position as the chief strategist of the Allied Shinobi Force during the Fourth Great Shinobi War is a testament to his enormous intellect and mastery of strategy and tactics. He was also the strategist of the famous Ino-Shika-Cho trio. Shikaku, being a member of the Nara clan, is exceptionally smart, and he brought up his son in the right way, passing on the wisdom of the Nara clan into the young Shikamaru. A true son of the Nara clan, just like his father Shikaku, Shikamaru's intelligence and smartness were on a different level to anything seen in the Naruto-verse. After his father's death, the young Shikamaru took control as the chief strategist of the Fourth Great Shinobi War. Shikamaru played an important role in helping the Allied forces fight against the Ten Tails, Maduro, and Obito. Temari's husband was also the youngest of the Konoha 11 to be promoted to Chunin, a feat he achieved at the tender age of 12, and now in the Boruto series he is the trusted aide of Hokage Naruto, and he takes control of the village in the absence of Lord Seventh. So this was the list, guys. Leave your thoughts in the comments section, and I will see you guys soon. AnimeScale out. Bye!